Hi everyone. So let's start doing the next topic on the union territories specifically, and of course a couple of things about the acquired territory. So how are they administered? Now focus very much on this particular concept. Now this has been also borrowed from your book Lakshmikant. So there's a chapter on the union territories. Just focus on that once. Once you do this, just like read it from there. Now, in the Article 1 of the Constitution of India, you have already seen that the term territory of India encompasses of three different categories. One is the territory of states that we know normally as the states, and we have 28 states for the time being at present, which are the members of the federal system, and they share distribution of power with the center. This is what we have covered in the previous videos. Moving on, the another set of categories are the union territories, about which we'll do today, which are presently 8 in number, and they are under the direct control and administration of the central government. Centrally administered territories भी इनको बोलते हैं. They are kind of unitary in nature, and therefore we call them as a departure from federalism in India. The reason being because they are centrally administered territory. Today, like showcase the unitary feature. And then the third category within the territory of India is acquired territories, which presently we do not have any. So you would say that what about those territories that we have already acquired? All of them have been integrated into the Union of India. So some of them are UT, some are states and all of that. So like that is already figured out, right? Presently as such acquired nahi hai. So now how are they governed? तो ये तो है ही नहीं, तो इस पर अभी बात ही नहीं करनी है, बट विल जस्ट सी कि if we would have any, how would we have administered them. Okay, but if you talk about the states, so how the states will be administered, ये तो हम आगे जो अभी state legislature executive समझेंगे तो उसमें that will be covered, comparing it with the union structure, and that's going to be of course a slightly lengthy topic. But now this chapter focuses on the union territories specifically. So when we try to understand about the creation of the union territories or how the background has been, so we start from understanding about what was the situation during the time of British rule. Now during British rule, 1874 में ही, there were certain areas known as the scheduled districts, which were under the direct control of the British, definitely. बाद में इन्हीं districts को बोला गया chief commissioners provinces, and after independence they were put in part C and D. I hope you remember, I've shown you the 4 parts जो states के रखे गए थे, part A, part B, part C and part D. That is what we have done already. तो उसी में जो part C, D था, that consisted of these provinces. Then gradually after the States Reorganization Act and 7th Constitutional Amendment Act of 1956, they were constituted as the Union Territories. This you already know. See, everything till here is already known to you, right? This is just a kind of revision to help you understand how the evolution or the creation of Union Territories have happened. So gradually some of the Union Territories have also elevated to statehood. This we have done earlier. For example, you have Himachal Pradesh, Manipur, Tripura, Mizoram, Arunachal Pradesh, Goa, etc. Okay? So now they are states, but at some point of time they were UTs. Then some acquired territories also have become UTs, like पोर्टुगीज़ के अंडर में जो गोवा, दमन, दीव, दादरा नगर हवेली का एरिया था, फिर फ्रेंच के अंडर में पुडुचेरी था. So they have also become UTs. So similarly, some UTs have got the statehood, but some acquired territories have become UT, and somehow this entire process have happened, and we have presently got 8 union territories. Which are those 8 union territories, how they have come into picture, is what we are going to figure out in the coming you would say slides. Okay, so let's see first of all that which are the union territories that we have at present. Firstly, you talk about right from the beginning. So क्योंकि 1956 से ही ये सारा changes जो है वो start होना शुरू हुआ, that these part C and D, categorization and all of that was done away with, which was earlier done under the original constitution. So here if we see UTs में, so Andaman Nicobar Islands 1956, Lakshadweep 1956, Delhi 1956, Dadra Nagar Haveli, Daman and Diu. One was 1961, another was 1962, but because they got merged in 2019, so now they are one entity. Puducherry 1962, Chandigarh 1966, and then latest 2 of the UTs that we have got are Jammu Kashmir and Ladakh 2019. Also change in the name has happened in this case. So till 1973, Lakshadweep, what we know today, was known as Lakshadweep, Minicoy and Amandvi Islands. 1992 में Delhi, which was earlier only Delhi, was re-designated as NCT of Delhi, which is your National Capital Territory. Now in the next lecture, I'll be taking a separate video on the special case of Delhi, because you must have seen in the news also that there are so many contradictions related to it, and couple of things. Always you will hear about the tussle between the state government and the लेफ्टिनेंट गवर्नर, ठीक है. तो LG, तो वो क्या इश्यूज है, व्हाट इज द स्पेसिफिक थिंग रिलेटेड टू दिल्ली, दैट विल सी इन द नेक्स्ट वीडियो एब्सोल्यूट सेपरेटली. दैट विल ऑल्सो इंक्लूड द करंट अफेयर्स. So please do have the lectures completed. Until 2006, Puducherry was known as Pondicherry. So this was the earlier name, this is the present name. Now we have to understand that, okay, what are union territories? That these are those areas which are under the direct control and administration of the central government. That is what you know. But the question also arises is that what are the reasons for the creation of union territories? ठीक है, इनको create करने की ज़रूरत क्यों पड़ी है? ठीक है, तो हम समझते हैं. Firstly, certain union territories have been created for political and administrative reasons consideration. जैसे कि number 2 and number 6. Number 2 is Delhi and number 6 is Chandigarh. So Chandigarh ki serves as a capital for both Punjab and Haryana, so that has its significance. Delhi ka to hai, it is the national capital also, so that anyways has its significance. So certain are considered for political and administrative reasons. Certain have been made for, like 4 and 5th, for the cultural distinctiveness. Ki the culture of these areas are slightly distinct from the other regions, and therefore we need to protect them very separately, directly by the center. For instance, number 4 and 5. 4 is Dadra Nagar Haveli, Daman and Diu, and 5 is Puducherry. Okay? Then certain for the strategic importance, like 1 and 3. 1 is Andaman Nicobar Islands, 3 is Lakshadweep. So you know कि Indian Ocean में situated हैं दोनों, and for the strategic reason, definitely they are important. Also, in the earlier phase, there were certain regions or areas which was, and it was felt by the government that special treatment and care of those areas was needed because they inhabited the backward and the tribal people. For example, Mizoram, Manipur, Tripura, Arunachal Pradesh. Later they became states. So for the time being, of course, we do not study about them. They have got their special status. हम जैसे शेड्यूल 5th and 6th भी पढ़ेंगे. Then certain articles related, like article 371 के अंडर में बहुत सारे articles हैं. All of that also will cover to see how the special treatment is being given to these states. But for the time being, ये हमें अभी नहीं करना है because now they have become states. And then the latest one, 2019 में, you know that the restful state of Jammu and Kashmir was bifurcated into the 2 UTs, Jammu Kashmir and Ladakh. So when this was done and 2019 में जब government ने declare करा, so the reasons that was given by the central government, that why are we coming up with such kind of arrangement here, is that for Ladakh they said that this is a very large area but the population here is very less. And the terrain also, क्योंकि आपको पता है that's a cold desert, so terrain is also very difficult, and people of Ladakh have been demanding to for it to become a UT like since very very long. So they said that now we are going to give the people of Ladakh that privilege here, that they will be considered as UT, and it has no legislature. So Ladakh region was carved out of the whole entire JNK region only. JNK की बात करेंगे, so you know कि earlier of course it was state, but it always had the issue related to internal security, and it is also facing the problem of cross-border terrorism. Therefore, the government thought that because now the situation is not very conducive to continue it as a state, क्योंकि Article 370 को abolish किया गया था, so they decided that let us now for the time being have it as a UT, and it is a UT with a legislature. Okay, so if you have to remember it in 3 ways, that there are 3 UTs out of 8 which has a legislature of its own. One is JNK, another is Delhi that you already know, another is Puducherry. ठीक है, तो बाकी का एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन कैसे होता है अभी हम उसको आगे देखेंगे. दैट इज़ द होल आइडिया दैट वी आर कमिंग फॉरवर्ड इन दिस पर्टिकुलर वीडियो. नाउ द क्वेश्चन इज एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन ऑफ यूनियन टेरिटरीज. So definitely the first question would be कि ये होता कहाँ है, like where it is given in the constitution, or what does the constitution say about that, how it is going to be administered. So it is given in part 8 of the constitution. The articles are article 239 to 241. Let us now see how the articles look like so that roughly we get an idea how we are going to proceed. And you also have to keep marking the articles that we are doing, because we are doing it from different places. It's not that we have started from one and we are doing this continuously, because as and when the topic will come, I'll give you the articles. So keep marking in your constitution, keep highlighting that okay, these are the articles that we have already covered, so that you do not mess up things in the end, and you will see that okay, out of these many articles, such a good amount already has been covered during the lectures itself. Let's see. So this is part 8 of the constitution. Directly the constitution I'm showing you the articles, the union territories. So you see 239, then बाद में ये ऐड हुआ 239A, तो इसको फिर हम आगे करेंगे. Then 239AA also got added, but 239, then AB भी बाद में आया, B भी बाद में, then 240 and 241. ठीक है, उसके बाद यहाँ से चेंज हो जाता है, लोकल गवर्नमेंट आता है. So let's try to understand ki how do we understand about the administration of union territories. We will directly see from the article also, so that you feel comfortable that the language and the notes that we are doing is very in consonance with each other. Let's say, what does this say? This article says ki how they are going to be administered, and it says save as otherwise provided by parliament by law, which means except. तो otherwise if parliament provides something by law, तो ये एक्सेप्शन की बात किया जा रहा है. बट इन नॉर्मल सेंस व्हाट विल हैपन, एवरी यूटी विल बी एडमिनिस्टर्ड बाय द प्रेसिडेंट, एंड इट इज टेलिंग शैल बी एडमिनिस्टर्ड, विच मीन्स इट इज अ कंपल्शन that the president is going to administer. But how the president cannot go to each region and administer like that in normal. There has to be some representative also. ठीक है, तो how it is going to happen? To such extent as he thinks fit, through an administrator. So president will administer the UT, but through an administrator, and the administrator has to be appointed by the president only, with such designation as he may specify. Now what will be the designation of that administrator, like what that administrator will be called as, is going to be determined by president. ये बोला गया है. ठीक है, अब आते हैं, पहले हम देखते हैं कि हमने क्या लिखा है. This is what we have said, that despite of having 8 duties, and of course the number keeps on changing, we have seen it over a period of time, there is no uniformity in the administrative system, because we understand that the reasons for creation is also different for different duties. Then the situation, the geographical area, the economic situations, the cultural reasons, the political, the strategic, and all of that reasons, of course, needs to be like them to be treated in a different way. But what is common, that every UT will be administered by a president through an appointed administrator. And who will appoint that administrator? President himself or herself. And this administrator is going to be president's agent, and we have to remember that this is just an agent, not head of the state. Like in the state you have the head as the governor, but here this administrator is not the head of the UT. Okay, he is just an representative, or let's say agent of the president to take care of the UTs. चलिए, अब है, what did we see, that the designation of the administrator is going to be specified by the president. So here we have like 3 probabilities were there. One, either call the administrator as lieutenant governor, or call chief commissioner, or call administrator. बट ये चीफ कमिश्नर अभी कहीं भी किसी यूटी में नहीं बुलाते हैं किसी एडमिनिस्ट्रेटर को. सो वी हैव 2 ऑफ देम, LG and administrator. So LG, like Delhi में you have a lieutenant general governor that you know. Then Puducherry में है Andaman Nicobar Islands, JNK and Ladakh. So these 5 regions have LG, and administrator is called in Chandigarh, Dadra Nagar Haveli, Daman Diu and Lakshadweep. ठीक है, I'll show you the table also. Like the book also has given this table very beautifully about executive, legislature and judiciary, how these things are happening in all the UTs in a tabular format. So this is going to be handy for your revision, that we'll see in the later phase. This is again from your book only, as you can see, but for the time being just understand this. Okay, so that was which article? That was article 239 clause 1. So we are done with it. Keep marking, as I just told you, कि we are done with it. Done with this, not this. अभी ये देखते हैं. So it says that notwithstanding anything contained in part 6, it is about the states. So notwithstanding मतलब irrespective of whatever has been talked about state, the president may also appoint the governor of a state as administrator of an adjoining UT. because any UT will have some neighbor state also, adjoining state also. So if the president want, the president can appoint the governor of that neighboring state as the administrator of the adjoining UT also. And where a governor is so appointed, so wherever such a governor is appointed as administrator of the UT, the governor shall exercise the functions like an administrator would have done. And how would have administrator administered? Independently of the Council of Ministers. Now, because we have not yet done states, you might be slightly confused with it, at least those of you who have not done this ever. But when you will do, you will come across this point again. Whenever like we do president, I'll teach you governor simultaneously so that we understand the similarities and the differences together. Now, both of them are bound to act on the aid and advice of the Council of Ministers. प्रेसिडेंट को सेंटर के केस में और गवर्नर को स्टेट्स के केस में. बट हियर if the governor is appointed as administrator of some UT, the governor is not bounded by the Council of Ministers. The action would be independent. I hope now it should be clear. So the whole article 239, both the clauses now gets completed. So you can like mark it like in your own original constitution also. Let's see what we have written here. The same thing, that president can also appoint governor as the administrator of adjoining UT and the governor will act independently of the Council of Ministers. ठीक है, अब आगे बढ़ते हैं. तो हमने जब बात कर, अब ये तो हो गया एग्जीक्यूटिव का. लेजिस्लेचर कैसे फंक्शन करता है, तो लेट्स सी काउंसिल यहाँ पे क्या बोला गया है. ठीक है, लेजिस्लेचर को लेकर के क्रिएशन ऑफ लोकल लेजिस्लेचर और काउंसिल ऑफ मिनिस्टर्स और बोथ फॉर सर्टेन यूनियन टेरिटरीज. So here it is said that by law Parliament may create for UT of Puducherry के लिए ये आया है, and create what? A body whether elected or partly nominated and partly elected. So the legislature could either be totally elected body or partly nominated or partly elected body, and that body will function as the legislature for the UT and also having a council of ministers or both. मतलब यहाँ पे लेजिस्लेचर भी, यहाँ पे एग्जीक्यूटिव भी, और बोथ विथ सच कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन पावर्स एंड फंक्शंस एज मे बी स्पेसिफाइड इन द लॉ. सो पार्लियामेंट इन दैट लॉ ओनली विल डिस्क्राइब दैट ओके इफ वी आर क्रिएटिंग अ लेजिस्लेचर फॉर अ UT or a council of minister for a UT or both for a UT, then everything, the power, function, etc. will be specified in the law, and any such law will not be deemed to an amendment of the constitution under article 368. ठीक है, so this is also clear that this article is giving you idea about the legislation creation, legislature creation. तो ये हुआ किस केस में, as we have seen कि अभी यहाँ पर पुडुचेरी की बात हो रही है. ठीक है, क्यों ओनली दैट एंड व्हाट ऑल अभी हम देखेंगे. सो यू सी हियर दैट एंड वी नो अबाउट दिल्ली एंड JNK also has legislature. JNK तो है ही because it was earlier state, so it is continuing like that. Delhi का special case, as I have told you, that we'll be doing in the next video, but I'll show you the articles associated in this video also. So now let's talk about this, and therefore 3 UTs. We have legislative assembly also, जिनके विधानसभा होते हैं, and council of ministers also, like similar case as the state, which is having CM as head. Therefore you have a CM in these regions, and still the supreme control of the president and parliament can be there on them. So what is to be kept in mind is that despite of having the legislative arrangement, you see legislative assembly in Delhi, you see in Puducherry, and you see in JNK. So despite of this legislative arrangement, ऐसा नहीं है that the stronghold of the president or the parliament will be less over these UTs. No, they will have still the control. ठीक है, and the rest UTs, the 5 of them, they do not have such institution. So how are they administered? उस पर हमें बात कर ही लिया है कि दे आर टेकन केयर ऑफ बाई एन एडमिनिस्ट्रेटर हु इज़ द एजेंट ऑफ द प्रेसिडेंट, लाइक चंडीगढ़ का, दादर नगर हवेली, लक्षद्वीप एट्सेट्रा एट्सेट्रा एंड ऑल ऑफ दैट ऑल्सो. ठीक है, आगे समझते हैं. नाउ द क्वेश्चन कम्स अबाउट लॉ मेकिंग, कि यू नो व्हाट आर द सब्जेक्ट्स दैट दे कैन मेक द लॉज ऑन, दैट वी नो इज गिवन इन द 7th शेड्यूल. So 7th schedule में we have union list, state list and concurrent list that you already know. So let's understand this. अच्छा, so this article is specifically about the special provisions with respect to Delhi, as I have told you that we have a separate article dedicated for it and we'll do it in the next video. So it's because it's you yourself will see कि इसमें थोड़ा हमें अच्छे से पढ़ना है, ये करना है पूरा, एंड यू नो सच ऑल अरेंजमेंट्स, लाइक काफ़ी लंबा है ये सब कुछ दिया हुआ है, तो आई विल नॉट डू इट इन हरी इन दिस वीडियो so that it doesn't go very long, and the current affairs would be integrated with it, so that is going to be the content for the next video. चलिए, तो अगला आर्टिकल आते हैं. ये भी कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल मशीनरी जो है ना वो दिल्ली को ही लेके अभी बात कर रही है. देयरफॉर दिस ऑल्सो इज़ गोइंग टू बी द कंटेंट फॉर द नेक्स्ट क्लास. तो 2 आर्टिकल्स हमने अभी छोड़े हैं. दिस इज़ अबाउट द ऑर्डिनेंस मेकिंग. तो इसको बस एक लाइन में, इन द नेक्स्ट ओनली आई समराइज. द रीज़न इज़ बिकॉज अभी आपको ऑर्डिनेंस पता नहीं है, वी हैव नॉट डन इट दैट डेट केस, तो यू माइट बी कन्फ्यूज्ड, बट इसको मैं समराइज़ कर दूँगी सो दैट फॉर द टाइमिंग यू अंडरस्टैंड द थिंग्स, बट इन अ ग्रेटर मैनर. जब हम स्टेट्स करेंगे तो विल रिफ्लेक्ट बैक ऑन ओनली दिस आर्टिकल देन, एंड आई विल रिमेंबर दिस, डोंट वरी. सो विल हैव दिस अरेंजमेंट डन. आगे बढ़ते हैं. अब है power of the president to make regulations. Now what it is telling, that the president may make regulations for. Now please understand this. Firstly, you see this subject matter वाला thing list का, then we'll go for that thing. तो यहाँ पे क्या बात हो रही है, that Parliament has the power to make laws on, because Parliament is ultimately the main control holder on any subject of the 3 list for the UTs. And what are those 3 list? यूनियन, स्टेट और कॉन्करेंट. तो यूटीज़ के लिए वो 3 लिस्ट के जो भी सब्जेक्ट है, पार्लियामेंट सब पे लॉज बना सकती है. इवन फॉर दोज यूटीज़ विच हैव अ लेजिस्लेटिव असेंबली, पुडुचेरी, दिल्ली एंड JNK, उनके लिए भी बना सकती है. हाउएवर देयर आर सर्टेन कंडीशंस इन दिस. फॉर एग्जांपल, अगर हम बात करें असेंबली ऑफ पुडुचेरी की, ठीक है, तो Legislative Assembly of Puducherry can make laws on any subject of state list also and concurrent also, जैसा states में होता है normal अपना कि they can make. But for Delhi, ठीक है, state list के subjects पे they can make the law except 3 subjects. This you again might have come across in the newspaper time and again, that there are 3 subjects of Delhi which are in the state list otherwise, which are in the control of center for Delhi. That is why we have a special case for Delhi. ठीक है. What are those 3 subjects? You need to remember: public order, police and land. Concurrent list पे तो बना ही सकते हैं, उसमें there is no restriction, because anyways concurrent list में both union and the state have the power to make laws, and the autonomy lies with the center only if there is any issue. ठीक है, तो वैसे भी वहाँ पे उनका privilege होता है. But these 3 exceptions, police, land and public order, these 3 matters of the Delhi, अगर हम बात करते हैं of Delhi, तो वो लाई करता है सेंटर के साथ. एंड JNK के केस में भी यू हैव पब्लिक ऑर्डर एंड पुलिस, दे आर लाइंग विद द सेंटर. अपार्ट फ्रॉम दीज 2 टॉपिक्स, एनी अदर थिंग इन द स्टेट लिस्ट कैन बी मेड बाय द लेजिस्लेटिव असेंबली ऑफ JNK. Concurrent list is common for all the 3. So remember the exceptions. For Puducherry, there is no exceptions on the subject matters of state list. For Delhi, there are 3 exceptions for the subject matter of state list. What are the 3? Public order, police and land. And for JNK, 2 exceptions: public order and police. Land in the case of JNK is not an issue right now. Okay, I mean in this case, land otherwise had been an issue, but not in this case. Chaliye, then what we also now talked about, that okay, we have understood कि legislative assembly is taking care of the 3 UTs, and we have seen that the rest UTs do not find any such institution. So how the rest of the 5 UTs are administered, that is what is given in this article. That power is lying with the president to make regulations for certain specific UTs, and they have given the name here, like Andaman Nicobar Islands, and it is said that the president may make regulations for peace of this region, progress of this region and good governance of this region. ठीक है, तो what are they? Andaman Nicobar Islands, Lakshadweep, Dadra Nagar Haveli, Daman Diu, Puducherry. ठीक है, so they have like combined it, and then you know of course कि लद्दाख जो है वो यहाँ पर नहीं लिखा हुआ है, but that is also included here. Now the point is that provided that when any body is created under Article 239A to function as legislature, क्योंकि जो अभी legislature की यहाँ पे बात की गई थी, if you notice in this, तो अभी that was created only for Puducherry. ठीक है, और दिल्ली का तो खैर अलग ही केस है. So it is said that provided इस तरीके से अगर legislature बनता है, then the president shall not make any regulation of that UT. ठीक है, वो कब से बनाना बंद कर देंगे, बिकॉज नाउ द लेजिस्लेचर विल टेक केयर ऑफ दैट. तो द प्रेसिडेंट विल स्टॉप डूइंग दैट व्हेन फ्रॉम द डेट अपॉइंटेड फॉर द फर्स्ट मीटिंग ऑफ लेजिस्लेचर, जब वो लेजिस्लेचर फर्स्ट टाइम मीट करेगी. ठीक है, एंड ऑल्सो इफ द लेजिस्लेटिव बॉडी इज डिजॉल्व्ड or it is suspended, मतलब it is not functioning. It's not that recess मतलब कि अभी सेशंस के बीच में ब्रेक है, एक सेशन हुआ फिर दूसरा सेशन, जैसे अभी चलता है ना मॉनसून सेशन, विंटर सेशन एक्सेट्रा. So that is not counted, but completely वो body ही नहीं exist कर रही है. When we'll do the chapter on parliament, you will come across these terms like dissolution or suspension and what are the distinctiveness between them. That will do. But for the time being, just understand that when such body will stop functioning, dissolve, खत्म ही हो जाएगी वो body. In that case, the president can again start making regulations for the peace, progress and good government. ठीक है. अच्छा, any such regulation, if the president is making any such regulation, it may repeal or amend any act by parliament also. तो मतलब प्रेसिडेंट का रेगुलेशन यहाँ पे विल हैव हायर पावर दैन द पार्लियामेंट्री लॉ, ये आपको याद रखना है. चलिए, लेट्स नाउ सी द नोट्स. सो दिस इज व्हाट वी हैव रिटन, दैट प्रेसिडेंट कैन मेक रेगुलेशंस फॉर पीस, प्रोग्रेस एंड गुड गवर्नमेंट ऑफ अंडमान निकोबार, लक्षद्वीप, दादरा नगर हवेली, दमन दीव एंड लद्दाख, and can make regulations for Puducherry only when legislative assembly is suspended or dissolved. ठीक है. Parliament also can establish high court for UT or under jurisdiction of high court of adjacent state. अब यहाँ पर आता है judiciary. So we are done with executive, we are done with legislature, that how it will happen in the administration of UTs. Now let's talk about the judiciary. So we are done in this article also. Please keep marking the articles. 240, I'll just repeat for you. So 239 is done, 239A is done, 239AA is for Delhi specially, so we'll do it later. 239AB is also for Delhi, so we'll do it later. 239B, I'll explain it some other time, I'll help you mark it. So 3 articles we are leaving for the time being. 240 is done, it is about for the remaining UTs, how the administration will take place. And now 241 is about the judiciary, so it is about the हाई कोर्ट्स. अब क्या लिखा हुआ है कि जुडिशरी कैसे वर्क करेगी फॉर द यूटीज. सो पार्लियामेंट अगैन मे बाय लॉ कॉन्स्टिट्यूट अ हाई कोर्ट फॉर अ यूटी. सो मे दे might make a new high court for any particular UT or declare any court to be a high court for the purpose of this constitution, or some high court which is already existing in some other states, उनको भी काम दे सकते हैं to take care of that UT, or they might make a new high court also. Provisions of chapter part 5 of part 6, it is about the courts, high courts that we have already seen. It will apply in the relation of every high court, because high court states के केस में हमने यही पढ़ा था, तो same provision will apply as they apply in relation to high court. ठीक है. This is all about why they have written in such complicated language, because articles of the constitution का reference हो रहा है. You just have to remember that the provisions that are given in the constitution for high courts, for the administration of states, similar provisions will apply in this case also for the UTs. Subject to the provisions and to the provisions of any law by virtue of powers conferred on that legislature or under this constitution. मतलब whatever constitutional provision or parliamentary provisions are there, every high court exercising the jurisdiction immediately before the commencement of the constitution. 7th amendment act, मतलब 7th amendment act 1956, because it changed a lot of things. इसके पहले हाई कोर्ट के अंदर में जो भी jurisdiction था, ठीक है. So every high court which was exercising whatever jurisdiction means the area which was under their control before this act shall continue to exercise in relation to that territory after commencement. वो अपना continue कर सकते हैं, and nothing in this article will derogate from the power of parliament to extend or exclude jurisdiction. मतलब whatever has been given in this article will not take away the power of the parliament to extend or exclude the jurisdiction of a high court. जब हम again when we'll do the topic on parliament and I'll show you the articles, you will see that parliament has the power to extend or exclude the jurisdiction, कि हाई कोर्ट कौन से हाई कोर्ट के किस स्टेट में jurisdiction रहेगी या नहीं रहेगी, that could be decided by the parliament, and of course that includes UT also. So here it is still lying with the parliament, that power still lies with the parliament. So let's just quickly see the notes for this. So parliament might establish high court for UT और अंडर जुरिस्डिक्शन ऑफ हाई कोर्ट ऑफ एडजेसेंट स्टेट, बगल वाले स्टेट को बोल दिया कि इस यूटी को आप संभालोगे. ठीक है. Then certain pointers related to the high courts, that Delhi is the only UT which has its own high court since 1966. You know about the Delhi High Court. If you talk about the other UTs, how they are administered, like Dadra Nagar Haveli, Daman and Diu. So Bombay High Court, because वो nearby region है, so that takes care of it. Punjab Haryana High Court takes care of Chandigarh. Calcutta High Court takes care of Andaman Nicobar Islands, and they can ask you the jurisdiction in prelims to match also. So these points are very important for factual thing. Madras High Court takes care of Puducherry, Kerala for Lakshadweep, and J&K और लद्दाख के केस में क्या है, you have a common high court, J&K High Court, which takes care of J&K and Ladakh both. So here we end, because now you end the discussion on the UTs if you see. So this article is also done. ठीक है, ये तो omitted है तो इसको हमको वैसे भी नहीं करना है, कूर्ग को लेके था, और then the next part starts. So basically we are done with the discussion on the constitutional provisions. Only the Delhi ones are left, that is to be done in the next video. But in the heading I have also talked about, like when I was showing you the intro for this, we have also talked about how the UTs and the acquired territories are administered, because these are the three categories you have seen. For states, as I told, कि ये तो बहुत ही लंबा चलेगा, इसका स्टेट लेजिस्लेचर, एग्जीक्यूटिव, जुडिशरी हम बहुत बाद में करेंगे, ठीक है, कंपेयरिंग विद द सेंटर. UTs हमने देख लिया, हाउ दे आर गोइंग टू बी एडमिनिस्टर्ड. नाउ व्हाट अबाउट द acquired territories? Even if we don't have any, but अगर होते तो how would we have done it? So just remember this point, that constitution as such has no adequate or specific provisions given that how do we administer acquired territories. But what is being considered is कि अगर ऐसा कभी होगा, so the constitutional provisions which are dealing with the UT administration, similarly they will also apply to the acquired territories. And of course they have the power, if they would feel that आगे जाके कभी कुछ amend करना है, they can do this. But for the time being, if we would have any acquired territories or if India acquires any territory, they will have the same provisions applied to it for the administration as it is happening for the UTs. So this is the only thing you have to remember about the acquired territories. Now very quick section on the advisory committee of UTs, because it is given in your book, so we'll just quickly deal with this. So under Government of India Allocation of Business Rules 1961, the nodal ministry that deals with all the matters related to UTs is the Ministry of Home Affairs. ठीक है, prelims के लिए याद रखना है, which deals with the legislation, finance, budget, services, appointment of LG, administrator, etc. And all the other UTs which are without a legislative assembly, they have certain forums, two major kind of committee, forum of Home Ministers Advisory Committee, ठीक है, and Administrators Advisory Committee. So this Home Minister wala committee is chaired by the Union Home Minister. This Administrator wala committee is chaired by the administrator of that particular UT concerned. And who are the other members of this committee apart from the chairperson? There are the MPs and the elected members from the local bodies of that particular UT. लोकल बॉडीज़ में क्या क्या, जैसे डिस्ट्रिक्ट पंचायत हो गए, म्यूनिसिपल काउंसिल हो गए ऑफ द रेस्पेक्टिव UTs. ठीक है, एंड व्हाट इज़ द वर्क ऑफ दीज कमिटीज़? दे विल डिस्कस द जनरल इश्यूज विद रिस्पेक्ट टू द सोशियो इकोनॉमिक डेवलपमेंट ऑफ द UTs. ओके, एंड एज आई हैव टोल्ड यू, दिल्ली का केस हम अगले वीडियो में करेंगे. जस्ट टू क्विकली टेल यू दिस सेक्शन फ्रॉम द बुक, इसको एक बार अच्छे से समझ लेंगे कि UTs में एग्जीक्यूटिव, लेजिस्लेटिव और लेजिस्लेचर और जुडिशरी, हाउ इज इट फंक्शनिंग. लाइक अंडमान निकोबार में यू कॉल द एग्जीक्यूटिव बाय अ नेम ऑफ LG. ठीक है, लेजिस्लेचर यहाँ कुछ नहीं है, नो लेजिस्लेटिव असेंबली दैट यू हैव सीन. एंड जुडिशरी किसका जुरिस्डिक्शन है? कैलकटा हाई कोर्ट. सिमिलरली फॉर ऑल ऑफ देम दिस टेबल वर्क्स. सो आराम से जस्ट फोकस. एंड सो दिल्ली में यू हैव LG एंड चीफ मिनिस्टर बोथ. पुडुचेरी में यू हैव LG चीफ मिनिस्टर काउंसिल ऑफ मिनिस्टर्स. जम्मू कश्मीर ऑल्सो, यहाँ पे यू ऑल्सो हैव इट इन दिल्ली. ठीक है, वो टेबल बस टूट गया था. सो यू हैव ऑल ऑफ दैट हियर. This table also gives you the comparison between states and UT. So अभी के लिए I'll recommend you that you read it on your own. In case you do not understand anything, ask me in the doubt in the comment section and I would respond to that in the next video. ठीक है, otherwise I'll just quickly take it up in the next video also once we discuss Delhi, so that you have a complete picture. But I would expect you to go through this, and if you have any doubt, we'll solve it out. Okay, so thank you so much guys, take care, we'll see you in the next video.